So one issue that has been of surprise to many is the NIA, the EFCC narrative, where news making the round says there was an effort by the NIA chief to stop the raid, but it still went on. So now they're saying they're supposed to be some partners, or they're supposed to be partners in the fight against corruption. How can this be stalled in the future?
Yeah, most of the time they work seamlessly, because we don't normally hear that the DSS and the EFCC met in a compound and a brawl ensued where they started fighting each other. We don't hear that the NIA and maybe the DIA met somewhere in New York over some kind of investigation and an argument ensued. So this is like one of the first ones we have heard. And this is why I suspect, and this is me saying this as a personal opinion, this is why I suspect that a certain security agency is going on its own with whatever is happening here. That is why the other hand does not know, the right hand does not know what the left hand is doing. Because if it was an official assignment, which the president and the Office of the National Security Advisor know about, we probably would not have this misunderstanding. But then, like Abu said, the angle of the NIA is still a matter of conjecture. Until the EFCC comes out to tell us that, yes, the NIA or certain people in the NIA know about this money, then we can begin to talk about, oh, the security and intelligence agency is not working in unison. For now.
So how will you even rate now the fight, or the anti-corruption fight that the government has been pursuing? This is 2 years into this administration. How would you rate it?
The EFCC needs to come open and tell us how much money have they recovered. You understand? In fact, my organization is writing to the EFCC tomorrow. We are doing an FOI request. We want to know the properties, the assets, the funds that have been recovered since this administration took over. We want to have a list. Where are the assets? Because there are already reports that some jewelries are missing in EFCC custody. So some of these things are the things that might dent the corruption, fight. But by and large, I think the government has done well.
The anti-corruption war has largely been fought without the adequate support needed from the National Assembly. The courts are then left at the mercy of corrupt people who have so much money and can hire lawyers who know their way through the loopholes in the legal system. And under a democracy, you cannot fight issues in court without going with the rule of law. So it would have been nice if the National Assembly is really supporting this anti-corruption fight. We have bills, we have executive bills in the National Assembly along these lines, which are moving ever so slowly. Like a lot of people have said, and which I agree with, we need special anti-corruption tribunals. The EFCC should get its own court, its own tribunal, like the Code of Conduct Bureau. It will help a lot in pushing this anti-corruption fight along if the National Assembly would do its bit to show more support to this and strengthen the legal system to be able to tackle rich, corrupt individuals who have access to superhero lawyers who can navigate the legal systems, who can game the loopholes in the legal system and get them scot-free. So in closing, I would appeal to the National Assembly to show more support for this particular fight, which I believe is a righteous fight. At the end of the day, it helps all of us, not just the government, but more the people of Nigeria who will now believe more in their government and believe the government is out there to make their lots better.
Victor,
Thank you.
Victor, I have to do a quick reply to Henry. You see, what he has said about bills before the National Assembly, there's a bill before the National Assembly that is an anti-people's bill. And that bill is aimed at, infringing on people's liberty and rights. That cannot be an anti-corruption bill. even in the fight against corruption, we must respect the rule of law. This is one of the problems I have with this government, that the government always appears to be a lawless one. A government that does not respect the letters and the meanings and the words of the Constitution. Because when you send a bill to the National Assembly, and that bill seeks to say that if somebody comes to me to buy tomato, I must investigate the source of his money. This is the main issue that I have with Magu. Going after people that do not know the source of the money that they got to do a job. And you leave those who give them the money. If you have an issue with somebody who stole government money, you should arrest the person. And because I cannot be selling, something in the market, or I am Dr. Raymond Dr. I'm AIT, I'm offering services. The federal government used my television station for adverts. They paid for it. You are not saying I looted Nigerian money. How? How does that make any sense? You understand? So yes, we support the fight against corruption, but we cannot take away the rights of the people. You understand? With some of these bills that they've sent to the National Assembly, we kick against them.
Well, Deji, we have to go now. We will look into such bills another time, but thank you guys for joining us today. We will take a break. I will be back with another perspective. Don't go away.